Alrighty, welcome. So we're gonna be really authentic. So just tell me about you and things like that.
Okay. Well, my name is Jamie. I guess I could tell you where I'm born. I was born in Fort Worth. Actually, no, I was born in Austin, and then I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. Um, long story short, I have a podcast called Beyond the Game, where I talk about basketball, football, and baseball. And so, uh, the reason why I talk about basketball, those sports, is because I used to play. I still play basketball. I used to play football and baseball. I just used that as a guest because I watch it all the time, and I'm still trying to learn the game. But I know I kind of I'm knowing a little bit more, a little bit at a time when it comes to baseball. But basketball, football, I know more basketball than I do football. So
Okay. So you play the sport and watch the sport, or is just something that you just family watch, sit down thing?
both. I watch football, basketball, both all the time. More more basketball than I've been watching a lot of football lately. But I know basketball.
I like to watch the boys play basketball too, so
The
I
Wolves.
understand. Yeah. I'm just a cheerleader. I'm really just a cheerleader. I don't really know too much about sports, but I do like to watch sports because, like I said, I like to watch the
Mhm.
boys, like especially when they nice looking. You get to
Yeah.
see. Yeah, but that's what women look at when they watching sports. They not really watching the sport unless they
Right.
actually grew up on,
Mhm.
watching the sports with their family.
Right.
Other than that, we just be looking at the cute ones. We say he's cute, so I like that team. That's a cute team.
Right.
We don't look at the full thing. We just, get the pieces
You
we
don't look
want.
at the plays and all that stuff when they call plays out or they send direction. They're like, hey, go this way, go that way, all that stuff.
Well, when it get a little aggressive, I
Yeah.
like that parts too, cause
Mhm.
especially when it get down to the last quarters of the game,
Mhm.
and
Fourth
it's
quarter.
like,
Fourth quarter.
oh, get to the fourth quarter, it gets real hard, cause they be
Well,
like, it gets serious. It's like this is it, this
right.
is the decision.
Well, then the
So
NBA Finals will work because any type of like meaningful game like college basketball, anytime like for example the March Madness, you have all these teams playing against one another. It's win or go home. And so when it gets out to for the men, when it gets out to the later part of the second half, it's a close game. That's when the interest starts to build up because you see guys and girls compete to the highest level. Like they'll hit shots, they'll call plays, coaches will call timeouts and draw up plays, and because they know they don't have to play again. They know that tomorrow, the next day, they can be going home instead
yeah.
of preparing for their next opponent. So so that's why college basketball has got so much engagement at this time of the year. Now, in other times during the regular season, there's not much because there's a lot of things going. There's a lot of things that people are doing right now. So, but this time right now is a perfect time to invest in sport in basketball.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about like opening up your own like little league or something for the community? Like
Uh,
help the community. Get the kids, doing something after school,
I mean, to answer your question, I have not thought about that. But I do also work as a referee. Um,
Oh,
I give. I'm not supposed to do this because most refs who wear the shirts and all that stuff, they referee the game. And so for me only, I referee the game and also give them little pointers of the game. Like, I do this in football, flag football. So not football, flag football, basketball, and soccer. So I just do that for them. It's just a specialty that I want in my heart, that I have in my heart, that says, hey, we can do this right, we can do that right. Go
yeah.
here, go there, so that if if they do play basketball or football or whatever thing they do, then they know what to do. They know they heard it from me first instead of the other person. So
Right.
that's what I do. I just prepared those kids for the next step, and even in their life, like working, working. You may not have, you know, the best in the world, but you know what, you just got to keep going and learn from your mistakes.
That is great.
I haven't thought about that yet, so
You
no,
know,
I can easily run one and all that stuff. But I said, I don't know. I don't know if because there's some kids that don't listen today, and there's some that do.
but the ones that want it is going to go
Yeah,
after it.
exactly.
If they don't want it, they don't have to be there, you know?
For
You
sure.
can say,
Sure.
"Hey, I can see that this is not for you."
Hmm.
You know, you can find something else to do, but this might
Right.
not be the place
Right.
for you.
That's it.
But some kids want that discipline and that,
That's it.
that fun, that
Hmm.
father figure, because a lot of
Hmm.
kids don't have that father figure.
For sure.
So a coach end up, stepping in the place of a father figure.
Hmm.
And that helps kids too. That
Right.
helps them feel, a little wanted.
Mhm. Right. For sure. That's the biggest thing. That's the
Right.
biggest thing. So I make them feel wanted.
Yeah.
And from all skill sets, all skill sets from like the littlest one that doesn't know how to play to the bigger one, to like, they might have some difficulties in hearing or speech for that matter, or not knowing what to do, to like the taller ones that know the game, that
Right.
play the game, but the difference between somebody that's so small, the difference between a 4 year old, 4 or 5 year old, is that 4 or 5 year old they're playing for the first time. Now, when you get to 12 or 13, they have already played. It's just that they're taking on a new role of, hey, I'm a teenager. I have more authority. I can shoot. I can shoot a bunch of jump shots like Steph Curry
Right.
and Caitlin Clark. I mean, it's not the case, because those guys and girls, they started where you started at.
Yeah.
They had to work their game. Like Steph Curry hadn't made his first layup. God knows how old he was.
Right.
Caitlin Clark did the same thing. They went to camps to improve their game. Now they're not jacking threes just because for the hell of it. They mastered it over time. It took time for them to learn the game. And I know. And right now, what I've seen is I'm seeing, and not the pro side. I'm seeing in real life. Like when I walk into a gym, right? I can walk into a 24-hour fitness and I can see some guy or girl shoot a half court shot, like no form whatsoever, no like this, or like you're holding the ball all awkwardly, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to be rude and tell him, hey, you need to go shoot a layup, and
Right.
but it's like the game has changed
Yeah.
because of Steph, and I'm not mad at him. I'm just mad at the people that are trying to intimidate Steph for his skill, even though they need to work on their skill.
Right. Right. Practice make perfect.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with shooting a layup or shooting I do a one hand shot. Players like like you said, players who want it do that all the time,
Yeah.
all the time.
Right. Yeah. You have to study the game if you want the game. You can't just
That's
get
it.
in there and just
There's a lot of
assume
there's a
I
lot
got
of
the talent.
there's a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of venues that have basketball deemed courts
Yeah.
that right now, and all this stuff. There's things for everybody. Everybody. Like, you just have to stay committed, harass your
Right.
parents, um, or whoever, and get at it. Because when I
Yeah.
was because when I was growing up, we didn't have those. We didn't have those. We didn't have
Right.
like as of when I graduated college, the rec center was like, okay, the rec center was wide open. Like you can go in there, you can play basketball. Like this was inside. You can go play basketball. You can do weights, all that stuff. And as of recently, now it's like, okay, we have this event going on for seniors. We have pickleball, and I'm like, where's my ball players at? Where's my ball players at? I'm like, you guys got to go to a different gym to go play basketball and all that stuff. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's frustrating because it's like low. It's like if a kid lives by the rec center, why can't he or she go to the rec center and pick up a ball and play with it for like an hour?
Right. Yeah.
So, but that's just me. I don't know. I just like I said, I just walk in there and I want to argue, but I say, you know what, argue's not going to get me anywhere. So
Right. You gotta get your open your own gym. See, look, you got you to
for
get
sure,
your
for
community,
sure,
your own little
for sure. And and if I were to do that, I want the right kids.
yeah,
I want the
yeah,
right kids to stay committed
right.
because in this era, we don't have kids that are committed to anything.
Mhm.
They're committed to screwing around or they're committed to something else. I mean, I like the something else, but they're committed to the first part. I'm like, no. My approach is you stay committed or I'll find somebody else. There's a lot
Exactly.
of kids in this world from in the US and to other countries that come to the US. There's a lot of them that will want to play something.
Right, right.
Basketball's the easiest sport because all you do is picking up a ball. You can dribble a basketball, soccer ball, even a baseball. Well, you can't dribble a baseball, but you can dribble a tennis ball for that matter.
Mhm.
And you can start from there. Then you find a little hoop to shoot from, or you can go to Dave and Buster's or any other arcade and shoot baskets there. That's when I started, and go from there. And so for me, I want guys that are committed. I don't have time to, you know,
Yeah,
coach a kid that's down. And I mean, I get it, and I would address it, but it's like, do you want it? Do you have
exactly.
what it takes?
Right.
I'll get you to wherever level you're trying to get, but are you willing to put in the work in after the facility? Everything starts in the off season. Is what you put in the off season. Like I put in a lot of time outside, running, working on my strength. I want these kids or adults for that matter,
Right.
to invest outside the gym because when I ref on the weekends. I always look at who's committed and who's not, and I look at the who's not because you're telling me that you sit down during the week. You probably go to school, do your schoolwork. That's great, but add an hour in between and work on your skill set. If it's soccer, maybe dribble around a zigzag drill in soccer. Football, if it's during the football, or work on your technique. Basketball, for that matter, if it's dribbling the ball, shooting, playing defense, sliding, whatever that may be. Incorporate an hour in that.
Right.
You never know; you'll see progress.
Right. 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 Yeah, consistency is everything. I made us
Exactly.
something about consistency. You have to be consistent if you want it.
And that's the biggest thing.
A lot of people not finding the consistency. They finding everything else distractive to
Right.
do.
Right.
It's easier to watch TV than to, like you say, go
Mhm.
shoot a hoop.
You gotta shoot a hoop. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, is that and there's resources.
But you gotta be hungry. Like you say, you have to
Exactly.
be hungry
You gotta
for it.
be
And if you're
hungry.
not hungry for it, you gonna let it go over your head. You gonna miss the shot. You're not gonna
Exactly.
make it.
Definitely missed a shot.
It's it. It's over with. That is
Right.
done.
You got to, it's this world has resources. We don't have to ask for resources. We can
Right.
go for resources.
Exactly.
You realize that there's a lot of there's outside gyms. That's what when I first started. There was outside. I was playing outside. I was shooting the ball outside. If it was windy, okay. If it rained, okay. I was still out there.
Yeah.
But there's resources out there for everyone.
Hmm.
All you do is for you to show up.
Exactly.
That's it. It's plain and simple.
People
I,
scared to show up.
exactly.
They want to be cool. Showing up is not cool.
Showing up is not cool. Showing up will get you hurt.
Until you get old. And
Right.
when you're old and you like, dang, I should have just listened to him. I
Right.
really wanted to do that. And then that's what the thing, because you be wanting to do your passion. And when you get older, it starts to eat you up because you like, I tried to
For
be
sure.
cool so much when I was young and I just let it bypass me. You know what I'm saying? I just let the ball roll on past me.
The ball's there. Is whether you want to pick it up or not, or
Right.
somebody else will pick it up, and somebody else will make their living there. Somebody else
Right.
will do it.
Somebody else gonna take it serious.
Somebody
And
else
they
will
gonna
take it seriously.
And that's why I have to start within. It gotta be within passion. Cause I have
Mhm.
seen so many people like pass their passion up just because
Mhm.
they want to be a thug. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that
Absolutely.
moment of wanting to be a thug, and then like you get older
Mhm.
and you're just like, that thugness is not what's up no more. I
It
wanna
wasn't
be
worth it.
a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? And where you gonna
Yeah.
go try out for basketball at 30? Where you go? They don't know where to go. Me neither. So it's like,
Right.
yeah. So that's why they need that. They need that person that's
Mhm.
gonna push them and help
A
them to
mentor.
understand that they made that mistake. Like I made that
Right.
mistake before.
A
I
mentor.
let it bypass me. You know what I'm saying? And then you even can be that person that tried. Like I
Mhm.
tried, but I hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna live through you. I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna make sure you make it, and you
Mhm.
don't do the same things I have done.
Right. Right. That's
But
true. It starts with them.
it's all about the passion. It's all about the
That's it.
drive. It's all
Mhm.
about what you hungry for. Cause I
Exactly.
be hungry. You know what I'm saying? I get up every day and I promote my business because I'm hungry. You know, I don't know how to play basketball. I don't know much about sports, but I'm hungry.
But well, this guy has spent like hours and hours on end watching March Madness and the NBA and the NFL. Actually, more March Madness in the last 2 weeks than the NBA because on the women's side because here's the thing. So you going after your passion, you got to do whatever it takes. Like
Right.
I think the last two podcasts I've done in the last week or so, I've been like my eyes have been like shutting down a little bit because it's like I've been watching so much basketball to get to tell the audience, hey, hey, what this is what I'm seeing, this is what that's seeing, all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, I got to go do it.
Right.
I got to go promote this podcast. I got to go make this website. I got to harass the person that's making the website.
You
I
gotta
got
admit to
to
yourself.
right. I got to play basketball. I got to go into the gym. I started going. I've started playing. I'm starting ramping up the basketball twice a week now because it was once before, and now it's like it's progressing. It's progressing. So the game feels me. I love the game of basketball. I mean, I'm not a basketball historian, but I love it because it just drives me to be better. And it drives me to like learn the plays and know what plays to run so that if God forbid if I coach if I coach, then I know what to run. But then again, in this day, it's like you got to know your personnel in any sport, like football, basketball, baseball, any sport or any I'll say any job, you got to know your personnel. What
Right.
works for them, what works for you, so that you can come together and build a team. The reason why those teams are in the final four right now, the women's and men's sides, because every one player had to make a sacrifice.
Mm.
Another player had to bring the team together. Coaches that are in the final four right now,
Yeah.
they they made it clear what their personnel is before the regular season started. So in November, well, I'm sorry, October. Let me take October. The first week of October, practice for basketball starts. College basketball, the NBA. We know what type of personnel we're going to have. We're going to be a half court team. We're going to run a fast break, or we're going to be a defensive team that turns into an offensive team that runs the shot clock. The third one I don't like. The first two I do. So it's all about knowing your personnel. You know, you see all these kids transferring from one school to another school to another school. It's crazy, but they don't know what they want.
Mm.
You see, they don't know what they want.
Mm.
Like so. For example, how does Van Liff, the girl from LSU, go from Louisville? She was averaging almost 20 points a game at Louisville. I think it was like 3 years, 3 to 4 years. She was doing that to LSU. Has to take a back seat. Has to learn point guard. Her numbers dipped
Oh, wow.
drastically. I don't remember how much she was averaging the game, but she had to take a sacrifice
Mm.
because LSU was like, hey, if we're gonna win, you gotta take a back seat and be our point guard. Which she did all right, but this game against Iowa, not so much. And
Mm.
I can say that.
Yeah.
So was her example. Then as of yesterday, she's transferring to another school. Don't know what that school is. That's why these kids don't know what they want. They don't know what
Yeah.
they want because they want what's best for them, not for the team. They
Yeah.
claim that they're team environment, but in their heart, their mind, they're not. They want like I'm pretty sure Haley's going to find a school that says, "Hey, I want to go back to scoring 20 points a game." Or bet
Right.
Jason Edwards, who is a North Texas guy, little point guard, had to play the three. That's a small forward position because because we had an actual point guard and we had a shooting guard, so he had to play the three guard. He's transferring out. He averaged 19 points a game. He didn't. He came off the bench and did that, but he
Mm.
started. I think he started the last 20 games, and so now he's transferring. And so
Mhm.
to me, they don't know what they want.
Right.
It's
Right.
it could be that hey, NIL says hey, in Adidas we can pay you 20 grand if you go to this school, or we can we can increase your playing time. We can make you, or we can make you the number one option,
Mm.
something like that.
Yeah.
And so that's why coaches who are 60 years and older are out of the game because they don't know who's going to be there. They're tired of trying to rebuild their team. They got to the final four. Okay, this person transfers. What did I do? I retire. I already got these championships. I got these victories. I'm good. I'm going to retire.
Right.
But you're going to set the next person. It's going to be a younger person because the young you see these young people that are like 50 years or less or a player they know the player mindset. They know the landscape, and plus they can take control of their team because they're in that young phase.
Mm.
So It's crazy out there in the world of transferring portal in college basketball. College football does the same thing, and
Mm.
all the colleges do the same thing. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the NIL. I think it was passed in 2021 or 2022, something like that. You see these guys and girls transferring to schools that, number one, it could benefit them, and number two, is just a school. They just want to be there. And so I'm like, I'm confused too. I'm like, I watch the games. I'm like, okay, I remember you at Oklahoma State. Why are you playing in your college? It's like you're playing against you're playing across the country.
Right.
Did it? Did it? Was it worth it? That's my question.
Right.
Because you went to the NCAA tournament one year, now you're at home. Was
Yeah.
it transferring? Because you were right there. All you had to do is just be committed to the process. It takes time,
Right.
effort. You know,
They should answer that on my podcast. Was it worth it? I really want to know too. So other people can know if it's worth it, just changing from school to school.
yeah,
I just
I want to know. I want to know. Yeah, not on the podcast. I want to know in the press conferences why aren't these reporters asking the questions of why did you transfer?
because they don't have the answers. They don't have the questions. I have the questions. You have the questions. They not thinking.
Man, they're making us sweat. Then
Or
they're
or
making us sweat.
or or they know. They might know. Look,
You might know,
they
but
might know. It might be
they
something
might
top
know.
secret.
They might know, but it's frustrating because we don't have the same consistency every year, and the
Mm,
players are taking advantage of it.
yeah,
So this is going to be an every year growing trend. The NCAA will not stop it because they see the players that are making money. Look at, for example, Angel Reese. Angel Reese made her mark. I don't know why
right,
she's getting ridiculed for her actions, but
right,
she's made more than the WNBA. The WNBA to her is just chump change. They give her a $200,000 paycheck. She's good. She's fine. She already made 10 mil in college,
right,
and so
right,
I'm like a player. She's consistent. She's not
right,
going to her third school. She's consistent.
right,
Went to two schools, Maryland and LSU, and she said, "Hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to the WNBA."
right, right.
And so it's the players. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not. It could be the coach, but it's the players at the end of the day that
yeah,
are making those decisions.
yeah. I don't know. Sometimes people don't want nobody telling them nothing, so you be like, "I gotta go." You like, "Hold on, listen. I got some good ideas, though. Just listen."
Oh, that's another
They're
thing.
like,
Then that's another thing. That's another thing too.
"I'm timid."
That's another thing. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
how they be.
For sure. For sure. They're like, oh, hold on. I got one more to say. The coaches are not selling them. They're not
Yeah,
selling them to stay. Let's
yeah,
tell every coach in America should have a team that wants to stay, I'm sorry, a player that wants to stay within that process.
right, right.
Like, like, do the coaches should be doing their due diligence
Mhm.
to making them stay. And you tried. It's like selling a car. It's like the salesman would do his or her would do a great job of trying to sell you that car, but I can go to Chevrolet and it's a better offer there than what they gave me at Ford. So you can't tell me that LSU and let's say you go to Oregon State, you can't tell me Oregon State was better than LSU. You can't tell me that. So, so I just think these coaches that see the transfer portal, that see 5 or 6 players, and I just looked at it today. I just looked at it. I was like, now, and one team, I was just skimming through it. I was looking for like I was looking for North Texas stuff at the time. I was looking for North Texas stuff. I went through it. It had over 1,000 names.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
Football had 1,000 and 1,100 names.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and I'm like, these coaches have to make an effort. They have
Yeah.
effort to sell these players, man. Like, sorry, not sell, but convince these players to stay.
Right, right.
Like, I understand the coaches are connected with the AD, and the alumni, but at the end of the day, that's your players.
And a lot of them is giving a lot of tough love. They don't really give enough love. And so they not
Right.
feeling like the family. Cause that's what your coach supposed to be like, your third parent, like
For sure.
somebody that I can come to and tell anything
Mhm.
to, and they don't bash or judge me. But coaches are different these days. They judging you. They being your actual parent. You know what I'm saying?
It's
They dogging you out. You stupid fool. Hold up.
it's the older ones that are like, it's the older ones like the 60-year and the 70-year-olds. I can give you one example. Kim Mulkey doesn't do that. Kim Mulkey does not care about your feelings whatsoever.
Oh,
Kim Mulkey is the coach of LSU. Kim Mulkey
oh,
used to care, but she
yeah.
doesn't care outside of the program. She doesn't care what you do. Like, for example, Brittany Griner was her players at Baylor. She went to, the Russia story. She was stuck in Russia for like 9 months.
Oh, yeah, the
And
Britney girl.
yes. And
Yeah.
so, and so Kim Mulkey was like, didn't say much about it. And to me, I can understand why she would do that.
Why?
I can understand that
I
because
don't understand.
here's the thing. No, no, I don't agree with it. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with it, but I can understand because I can give you 4 years. I can give you 5 years, and then they go off to do what they do. They go off to the WNBA or any other professional league, and it's up to them. That's what Kim Mulkey is saying. For me, I'm all support of my players. If I was coaching, I'm
Yeah,
talking about for me.
right.
I'm not trying to defend Kim Mulkey. I don't like her as a coach. I don't even like her as a person. She's evil, but that's what in her mind is saying, and people enjoy that, and that's what I don't like because you got to fight for your players.
Yeah.
This player, Brittany Griner, has a book out. I'm anxious to get it. I can't remember what the book is. I can't remember the name of it. But before that, she had her ceremony, her jersey retirement ceremony. I think it was in February, and A&M was playing a game in College Station. So you're getting your jersey retired in Waco, but your team is in College Station playing the game against Texas A&M the next day. So me as a person, my player's been stuck there for 9 months. She comes back home, plays a season in the WNBA, then stays here, gets her jersey retirement, does everything right. 4 years, everything right. I don't go to her jersey retirement ceremony. I got to have this new coach do it. Like she was like College Station and Waco. I think it's like 2 to 3 hours apart. You could have said, "Hey guys, I want someone to run LSU's practice for me." You have 7 or 8 coaches that can run practice for you.
Right.
You could have gone there for like a day and said, "Hey, Brittany, here I am," and all this stuff. That's the only player. That's the only coach in America that does not support players.
Oh,
Her player.
God.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why in this generation you need to hire coaches that are 50 years or younger because they know they care for the players. But they will exact this they will put that discipline into these players as well. So
Yeah. They
not
need
only
the discipline.
right, not only they play the sport, they're coaching the sport. They're going to exact their discipline, and they got coaches. They got a lot on their plate too.
Yeah.
Like I wish they didn't listen to the alum because the alum they don't care. The alum says, hey, for example, the alum at Texas says, hey, Charlie Strong. Charlie Strong is a black coach, by the way. This was in 2019. They said, hey, Charlie Strong, you have lost these amount of games. We are not going anywhere without you. We are not going anywhere. So, you know what they did? No, this is 2016, my bad. 2016. They're like, we're not winning, AD. And this is the athletic director. We're not winning. What can we do? Remember, Charlie Strong is a black head coach in Austin. And that's a rarity in Austin. They put too much on his plate early. So they said, okay, after 3 seasons, you're out. Then they bring Tom Herman in, white coach, Steve Sarkisian. This is all history. So case in point is take your time.
Right.
Know these players.
Right.
That's what these 60-plus-year-old men and women don't know. They don't want to learn the players. They say, "Oh, we want to put this on your plate. I don't want that on my plate. Hold on, I don't want that on my plate. I want you to get to know me. It's a relationship. We got to build a relationship. That's why you see the teams win. That's why you see those teams in the Final Four. They built that relationship. That's why you don't see. That's why when you see NC State, the men's and women's, actually the men's more the men's than the women's in the Final Four, even though they were not supposed to be there, they bought into the coach's program. They bought into what he was selling to them, and that's why they're there.
Ooh.
So it's more of an age type of thing.
Yeah.
And then like oh I just suck type of thing. They will care for the players, but they will not care for you outside of it. Kim Mulkey is one of them, and I can't believe no one has caught on to that. No one has caught on to that. Not caring for the players outside of it. Like Angel Reese? I'm pretty sure as of Wednesday when she announced it, I'm pretty sure she went to Kim Mulkey's office and said, "Hey, I enjoyed my time here. There's nothing else for me to achieve. I'm going to the WNBA."
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she nodded her head, said yes. And even on Monday, like she's telling you to her face, "I want the ball." How does Caitlin Clark get 20 plus points in the first half? She has the ball all the time in her hands 110% of the time, and Angel Reese does not get it. Does not get the ball. But yet, I'm getting rebounds. I had 20. I'm scoring when I can, but you don't give me the ball in the second half.
Wow. They trying to set her up.
Right. That's how they lost.
Oh Lord.
Because
They probably had to lose that game.
well, it was an Elite Eight game. So you're playing to win a title.
But a lot
So
of these games rigged.
some are, but this one wasn't because you're playing to get to the Final Four. And final
But why would they strategize like that though if they trying to get to the Final Four?
as of
Not, letting Angela Reese play.
well, they let her play. It's just in the first half. Like in the first half, the game kind of shifted because she picked up her second foul in the second quarter, and they sat her out for like a minute or two. And so they ran the offense around her. And when she wasn't in the game, they were like playing. They were playing hero. Like who's going to be a hero on this possession? Who's going to be a hero on the next possession? And so was Angel Reese, for that matter. Iowa didn't have an answer for Angel Reese in the first half because I if I can remember, she scored 10 points in the first half. She was doing fine. Iowa didn't have an answer because Iowa had their two bigs pick up numerous fouls and make ridiculous, stupid mistakes. LSU could have dominated them inside. Just drove to Angel Reese inside the paint. Let her go to work.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in the second half. They went away from it. They were like, Caitlin Clark is killing us on offense, on defense, and they're like, we're gonna play heroes ball, and that's why they're at home today.
Oh.
Because that coaching mistake of Kim Mulkey.
Oh.
Telling you, I'm telling you, people need to call her out for her mistakes. Because this cannot go on longer. You're gonna see more players transfer to expand their talent. They
Yeah.
rather go. They rather go to South Carolina than to LSU because
Oh.
Don Staley, black coach, says it's all about the players.
Yeah.
Because she even said it herself. You got to get to know them.
Right.
That's what she
Right.
did. That's what she did, and that's why South Carolina is successful in the WNBA. Asia Wilson's successful. The guards I can't remember the names. The guards in the WNBA as well, they're successful, except for one that's not signed right now. I'm hoping that she'll get signed soon. Um, Aaliyah Boston, another center, successful. Cardosa, Camila Camargo, the big Brazilian girl, she's going to be successful. Like Don Staley has integrated that program to many success. They could easily win a championship two to three more years.
Yeah.
And she's not done yet. You just got to get to know the players. That's the thing. That's what Coach Prime did. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders got to know the players. He exacted this, but he's telling y'all what he's doing. He's telling the whole world what he's doing. Half believe it, half don't. He's telling y'all, hey, I'm going to submit the players. We're going to be good. Give him time. It is his first year in Colorado. I mean, they sold out every game, every home game,
Mm.
but there wasn't. But it wasn't the results that he wanted because they went 4-8. So give him time. It's okay. Like let him recruit the players that he wants to get, and then he'll mold them, and we'll go from there.
Right.
So that's why that's where I get my inspiration from, and other people as well. He sets an example firsthand when he walked in. The first day, it was on video. The first day he walked in Colorado's campus, he basically was saying, "Are you in? Or are you out?" To the players that was still there.
Yeah.
Are you in? Or are you out? That's what he said. Well, body language for me said that, "Are you in? Or are you out?" So, and he's being real with the media. Like that is his real authentic. He's not faking it. He's not sugarcoating it.
Right.
Him. That's him. He's saying that, not no one else. He's not reading an AI prompt. He's saying that through his mouth, and it just takes you to get to sit down, like know the person,
Right.
sit down. Just like, hey, we got you. Wherever you need, we got you. Wherever resource we got every resources in the book. We got you. And then you'll see their game. You see their game shine. You see their game shine. You see their game shine to the highest possible. That's how I see it.
Yeah. My bad. I heard some noises. I don't know what that was.
It's okay.
But yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah,
Very interesting
I'm telling
concept.
you, it's like it's like how you see. It's like I've been around basketball for a long time, and I watch all the games. I kind of see how players and coaches mold. I see how. Sometimes it pisses me off, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm.
And I just want to ask them the question, like, why?
Yeah.
Why did Angel Reese go to the WNBA?
Right.
Why is it that you can't protect your player? When Angel Reese got all that slander on Monday, why wasn't Kim Mulkey the first person? The first person. Kim Mulkey, the first person to defend her, even though she was sitting right next to Fly J. Johnson. There was a press conference for it.
Mm.
Why didn't Kim Mulkey say anything at that moment? She could have interrupted Fly J. Or better yet, she could have gone after Fly J. She could have gone after Haley. Haley's a white girl, remember.
Oh, okay.
She's a white girl that protected her teammate.
Yeah.
She's done it twice.
Mm.
But Kim Mulkey's sitting right there, right next to Fly J, and said nothing about Angel Reese getting slandered online. Said
Oh,
nothing, not even a word. I understand it's a question for the players. Well, you could intercept that question for the players and protect your player yourself.
right.
That honestly, I think that would have made her stay another year, even though she doesn't need it. I think it could have kept her there another year or so.
Yeah, probably so.
That's how you do it, man. It's simple. It's simple communication.
Right.
And it has to take one person to call her out on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, she been called out now. You definitely called out.
that's the truth.
It's the truth. You don't need to hold back the truth. You gotta express the truth. Let it out blunt, just like you
Yeah,
did.
it's been stuck in me for a long time. I'm just
I'm glad you got it out.
it's like why like y'all like I just want to yell at the commentators like y'all do the games.
Right,
Rebecca Lobo is a white woman. Like, dude, you should protect black women. Like,
right,
like you have a sister going to the WNBA and she's getting all this. You don't protect her. You have
right,
you have Adrian Carter and Shanae and Bumake and L. Duncan, all younger. All well, L. Duncan's L. Duncan's there, but Carter and Shanae. Well, Carter didn't play the WNBA, but Shanae is. All of black ladies attack, protected Angel, but only one white person, one actually two. Caitlin, I can add Caitlin to that. Two out of what 1 million white people out there
yeah,
that don't look at don't like Angel Reese because of what? Because of how she approaches herself. You want her to wear a suit and a tie and a dress to shut up? Nah.
Lord.
Angel Reese said, this is me.
Right,
This is me. I'm hood.
right,
I'm like, and she's playing to the highest level. She can lead a team right now in the WNBA, right now.
mhm,
And honestly, I can honestly say this. I can say she can have a better career than Caitlin Clark. I
mhm.
can say that.
I
But
can
then
tell.
again, it just depends on the team. It just depends how the team operates right now.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah. Give him a 101.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Shoot, better show up.
Telling you, like we need people outside of us
Right.
protect black women,
Yeah,
even black
yeah,
men for that matter. Yeah, not well, black women. So
yeah.
we need that for sure. High end prominent people.
They don't know they'll be blessed that way.
Yeah,
They
that's
blocking their
true.
blessings by not
Exactly.
protecting them.
Angel is not changing for you. She's not changing for
Mm-mm,
me. I
mm-mm,
like her. She ain't changing for me.
mm-mm.
Florida ain't changing for anyone.
And people need to stop letting Angel Reese just stop letting her Dim you to hell, cause if you keep talking about putting your mouth on people, I'm telling you, putting your mouth on good,
She,
godly people will dim you to hell. I'm telling you, don't dim yourself to
she's gonna she's going to prove them wrong. She's gonna make them eat crow. All those
that.
people that make those channels about, oh yeah, they didn't stand up for the national anthem, they weren't there, all that stuff. And I'm like, hold on, time out. Hold on, wait a minute. You're telling me that you're telling me that they weren't there for the national. I don't care about that. It's a game. Relax. We're here to play the game. We're not here to
Lord, I
do
ain't
all
standing
that.
up for no national anthem.
No, we're
I'm
not
not
here for that.
standing up.
They weren't there. They made it an issue. That's why. That's why they said. That's why they said LSU lost. I'm like, that's not the case. LSU lost because they got killed by Caitlin Clark. That's it. That's it. Not the national anthem stuff. Not
Hey, if they don't want to give old girl her credit, then no will. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Exactly. It has nothing to do with anything outside of basketball. These women play basketball. The game happened. It happened. They
That
lost.
national anthem is a code anyway. That's a
Right.
damn code.
Same here. Yeah, for sure. For sure it is. For sure. It's ridiculous. Like I honestly don't want it played at every sporting event. I don't want it. I don't
No,
want it played because I feel
me
like
neither.
we haven't came together as a nation. We're
Right.
always divided. Even if they would have stayed on the court for the national anthem, still Angel Reese would get the slander of, oh yeah, her shorts are too little. Oh yeah, we can,
Exactly.
we can
So
see
they not even coming together with her, but they want her to come together with them.
against
That
her.
don't make no sense. People be stupid, and they be thinking you stupid too. They like,
Right.
Lord, you got a big brain, but you not gonna use it. Yes, I
Right.
used my shit and I thought about it. 1+1 wasn't two, it was three. Man and a woman made a baby. There's three people. Shoot.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You ain't finna keep fooling me. Shoot.
Well, sure. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. These like I said, these channels out here. These fake patriotic channels. They're gonna call them out. They're gonna call people who are not people who are not black. They're gonna call them out. And I'm pretty sure the next player, Juju, is the next player on that list. Like she's been scoring lately. I'm pretty sure give it about a year or two. Year or two. She starts going up there. She's young right now.
Yeah.
She's going up there. Give her a year or two, you're gonna see those same people again. That's
Mm-mm.
all her out again.
Hater,
They
haters,
won't fix it.
haters.
They won't fix it. They won't fix it. ESPN as a whole.
Yeah.
Again, I love the women's coverage. I love the fact that they have three black women on that set
Mm.
doing the all of it. It was all the March Madness, all that. They did it from the time it started till now,
Okay.
and so they had that. So that was good on ESPN for doing that.
Yeah.
Um, but I want them to be very protective of the stars that are coming out. Juju's coming out. She's a black woman. Juju's coming out. She's going to
Yeah.
be great. Madison Booker, Texas, great. Black woman,
Yeah.
fabulous. I'm not trying to discredit anybody outside of that, but
But these people don't get their credit, so I
they
understand.
don't get that credit. They only get that
No.
credit within their school. I want them to get national credit. So if we're going to
Right.
continue to talk about Caitlin Clark, let's talk about Juju. Let's talk about Madison. Let's talk about
Right.
black women that are doing great. There's in this stage of the game, there's 300. I think there's over 300 teams in college basketball as a whole. Every team has that one player that is great. Maybe two, maybe three. Who knows? We need to celebrate them more, especially
Right.
on the black side, because you
Right.
can't celebrate Kelly Clark, and then all of a sudden it's like she's out of the league, she's out of college basketball. Now we got to celebrate Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers is a white woman.
Right.
I
And
don't,
that's what they do.
Pay, 3 years ago, um, with Caitlin came, but before Caitlin, it was Paige. So they celebrated Paige from the time she was in high school till like 2022. Yeah, 2022. She had a torn. They celebrated her. They were talking about her all the time, like brand deals, her game, her basketball game, until she had an ACL injury. They were not talking about. Yeah,
Oh,
it,
wow.
it was the summer of 2022, I think.
Oh, they made her in the lab, and then she had a defect, and then they made Kaylin in the lab too, allegedly. But these people was made lab. They said, "Oh, we forgot to make the ATL strong, so they had to come back with Kaylin." So they said, "Here you go.
Yeah,
I got some
they wanted to find a way to celebrate the women's game, so they found Caitlin, and
yeah,
now they're
made
facing each
her."
other. Yep, they're facing each other tonight, and
Oh,
uh, so
wow.
we'll see. We'll see. So they'll switch over to like it'll be Caitlin's last game. So
Oh,
you
okay.
may see her in the draft a week and a half ago. Well, not a week and a half ago. It'll be next Monday. Next Monday, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday she'll be in the draft, and she'll be drafted by the team, by any team. I'm wide open, but
Oh, okay. Oh,
she
so she going to
she's going
the
to
pros too.
she's going to the pros. Not Paige. Paige should go to the pros. The Paige Becker should go to the pros, but she's not because she wants to stay one more year at UConn. And I'm like, oh, you made a mistake, Paige. You could have gone to the league and made a bunch of money.
Yeah,
But if you want to stay, you stay.
yeah.
So 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 the conversation will shift to Juju.
Okay.
It could be. I mean, unless if Juju gets hurt in the off season.
Well, we gonna cross our fingers on that. She's
Cross
gonna
our
be
fingers on
okay.
that. Yeah, she's gonna be good. She's only 19, and
Oh, she's so young.
yeah, she's gonna
The
be all right.
baby.
You know, she's gonna be she I think she averaged 24 points a game. I think I'm not sure, but
Mm,
she's gonna be the next great one. It's just I don't want people to put that pressure on her as
yeah.
the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I don't want or deviate like if she does get hurt.
She just need to stretch. Why don't she stretch every day? She'll be straight.
Oh yeah, she'll be fine. She
Mm.
works like a dog. She's in the gym all day long.
Well,
She works
she
like a dog.
good. She
Yeah,
good.
she'll be she'll be fine. It's just I want people to understand that she's not no Caitlin. She's just Juju. She's just Juju Watkins. Goes around her business. She's actually could be better than Caitlin.
Mm.
Could be, but
Yeah.
she puts that work in. All she needs to do is integrate the jump shot consistently. That's what I see. People don't see that, or maybe someone else was in closer sees that. But I want Juju to integrate that jump shot consistently, and time will tell.
Yeah.
So, for me personally, I want all the good players to be celebrated on
Yeah.
ESPN's platform. ESPN has a bigger platform. There's room for everyone at ESPN. Come on now. There's
Yeah.
like, I want the WNBA on there twice. Well, actually every day. You celebrate the NBA, but you don't celebrate women.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. You rather show pickleball in the NBA Summer League, which is not important, than to show the WNBA.
Yeah.
It's just and okay, in the summer league, it's just guys trying to trying to get on the team. There's some guys that are trying to get on the team, and there's some guys are like, okay, we're trying to get game run. And plus, in the last few years, guys that are in the top 10, they don't play for more than 2 games. You know why? Because they say we want to rest them. Like, dude, the season starts in October. They're like 19. They can go. They can get through that.
Right.
Why are
Right.
we Why are we resting them in the summer? I mean, I can play all day in the summer, They're resting in the summer. After 2 games, they're out. Or we can get hurt. For what? You signed, you got drafted, right? You got drafted. You got to go play out there. So
For real.
that's what ESPN would show rather than and pickleball. I mean, it's okay. I don't know why they would show that versus the WNBA. If you want to celebrate women, you show the games every day
Right, right.
instead of having us people watch it online, watch it on watch it on YouTube because every
That's
game will be on YouTube, right? Every game will be on YouTube. Or Ion for them. They had to get a network that shows old crime shows. Well, yeah. Well, they're not old. They're not old crime shows. They're like 2016 on crime shows to get us to get the WNBA to broadcast their games.
mm,
In the 2000s, well, when the WNBA first started, late 90s into the 2000s, they were showing them on Lifetime. At the time, Lifetime was like a women's network. They showed
it
them
still
women's.
is.
It still is, yeah, but it still is. But they show like murders, like murder women stuff, whatever. They could still show the games. Oxygen too. Oxygen was showing Oxygen, right? Yeah, Oxygen. Oxygen was showing. They were I can't remember at the time. Oh, they were showing reality TV at the time, and now they're showing crime shows.
Oh wow.
And so Oxygen had it at a time. So Lifetime, Oxygen had it at a time, and now you're telling me we got to go watch it on Ion, who is a crime network. And
Oh,
every Friday they'll show games. Every Friday, and it's like you can use if you want a bigger network outside of ESPN, you can use Fox. Why not
right,
do Fox? Fox has Fox One, Fox Two, and the main Fox network. You can use Fox.
right.
You got to invest in that.
Yeah.
They got to invest in that. Well, actually, the Fox has to come up to the WNBA and say, "We want to show your games."
Right. No, that was a lot. Well, I feel like I learned a lot today,
I
and
just
that's
like
the
to.
best part.
I
Huh?
just like to. I just trying to put my sense into these things, man. It's just like It's just like it's not it's not what it was like before. And what was like before it was pretty good when what was before. They marketed the WNBA to like heights. They marketed the NBA to heights. NBA, I remember they were showing like 2 games a week in the NBA. Now they're showing them every day. And now they have a little NBA. The NBA today said it does the NBA countdown, but not you don't run the WNBA. You don't talk about it. I know there's only 12 teams, but at least integrate that when the NBA season's not going on.
Right.
So it was like that before, and then with football, it's like they show football all around. Like guys are like guys at ESPN, they're working tirelessly at ESPN. Like I seen Ryan Clark was red in his eyes on Monday night, just trying to get what he's trying to say as far as Monday Night Football goes, because you know we stay up all night watching football. Um, that's golf. They should as well.
Oh
So
Lord.
yeah, they try they show it as well, but in order to market the game even more, you got to be able to take a risk of showing it on regular networks. And I'm talking about non-cable networks. Like when you put the 18 the antenna on the screen, the WNBA should be showing. They should be showing. Now
Yeah.
everybody has a cable. Well, some people have cable. I have cable still, but everyone has streaming. You can stream the WNBA. It's just, is it worth the investment? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because the players have done a great job investing in themselves. The commissioners have not. They're horrible. the commissioners say, you know what, we're going to allow these players to market themselves. We're not going to do anything. We're going to keep it at 12 teams. And actually, they started to add a 13th team in the Bay Area. I think it was in San Francisco. They'll start next season. So I'm like, that's not progress.
Yeah.
Progress, guys. 12 teams. And then we got what? We got 50 states in the U.S. We got 50 states in the U.S. and you put the 13th team in California. Wow. You could have put it anywhere. You could have put it in Toronto. You could have put it in Oklahoma. You definitely could have put it in Texas because we had the Houston Comets. We had the San Antonio Silver Stars. Now we have the Dallas Wings. And the amount of women that are playing basketball right now is growing. It's growing.
That's what's up.
So you should add. There should be 8 more teams in the WNBA. The NBA should be like the WNBA should be like the NBA. The NBA has 30 teams. They even have a team in Las Vegas. How does the WNBA team in Las Vegas get Las Vegas versus then an NBA team? And I'm like,
Mhm.
wow. So they got to do a better job. I'm sorry, they got to do a better job of adding these teams because the competition is getting higher. TV ratings are getting higher. We cannot watch one game and then all of a sudden you're asking me to watch one game and then on Tuesday I gotta wait. So I gotta wait 4 more days to watch the game on Tuesday on ESPN. There's no way I'm doing that.
Mm-mm. That's a lot.
Right. And so you could add, and I would say for them, you can add 8 more teams. The competition is high. Every woman wants to play basketball. And I just saw the list for whoever who what's it called? Who put the name for the draft, the WNBA draft. There's about I can honestly say there's about at least 30 to 40 names on that list. And you're telling me you only have 2 rounds. Actually, you have 2.5 rounds because the last round goes to the 37th round. That's the 37th pick. And you're telling me all those teams, all those teams are going to get 1 or 2 players from that draft versus, let's say, for example, Oklahoma as a team. Oklahoma wants some players too. Philadelphia wants some players too. That's Don State's area. Don State is Philadelphia, so she can go. It's easy access for her to go to the games. You're telling me that you can't draft these players, but yet it's like when they don't get drafted, now what do? Now you got to go overseas and try to play your game that way, or you can go to. There's got to be something. There's got to be something.
Right. Right.
And that's what I think. That's what the WNBA is missing. There's got to be something. There's got to be like more teams. We don't want. I don't want to see Washington play Seattle every night or every few days. I want to see different opponents. I want to see players go out. I want to see the long travels. I want to see everything. I want to see it.
Yeah.
So I see it in the NBA. The NBA has done fine. It's just when you getting supporters from LeBron, that's huge.
I don't like women.
No, it's more. It's more the networks that don't like the network executive. No, it's them and also the commissioners. Whoever works under the commissioner of the WNBA, they don't like.
Women.
They don't like. Yeah, for sure. Because they want to market themselves
Yeah.
versus women. Women play the sport all day long, and that's why women who played in WNBA don't get WNBA jobs. They don't get WNBA jobs. Nikki Blue was the interim coach in the Phoenix Mercury last season. How come she didn't get that full-time gig, even though they did a little bit better than when Vanessa Nygaard, a white woman again, did a horrible job. Nikki
Right.
Blue knew the players, Nickably what she knew what she was going to. Now they hire somebody from the NBA to run a WNBA team. And I'm like, what? No, she's right there. She knows the WNBA. She played in the WNBA.
Right.
There.
Right.
Get her.
It'll make sense.
And why do you see Candace Parker? Why do you see Swing Cash? Why do you see Teresa Weatherspoon? Why do you see Becky Hammond? When those two players that I mentioned were in the NBA circles. Becky Hammond came from San Antonio, was the assistant for 8 years, and now she's the head coach of the Las Vegas Aces. What else did I say? Oh, Teresa Weatherspoon was in New Orleans Pelicans. She was a player of development, and now she's coaching in the WNBA Sky, called Chicago Sky. Why is Candace Parker Swing Cash taking on men's roles? Candace Parker is still playing in the WNBA. Candace Parker, it just what's it called? She's on the broadcast for the March Madness for college for men. And I thought, okay, you played in the WNBA. I thought for women, nah, for men. And then Swing Cash works in the front office in New Orleans. Again, a men's team. So those prominent players coach men. Two of them are coaching women now. And now they're in men's circles, making all the money in the world in a men's circle. And I'm not saying women can't take men's roles. I'm not saying that at all.
That's what's up.
I'm just saying, like in the WNBA, you have all these fans watching, looking, taking notes. Why don't we have a WNBA player coaching a WNBA? We have one in the league. One, Becky Hammond. I'll take that back. Two. No, I'll take it back. Three. I think there's like at least three of them, if I'm not mistaken. Three of them right now that are coaching in WNBA have played in the WNBA right now. The number should be like all 12 or maybe even 13. Because if we're going to do it that way, then and let's make it official. It's that simple. The money is there in the NBA versus the WNBA, which is why they don't take those jobs. They've been advocating for more pay and more endorsements for years. Even before Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper came out, that's how long it's been. And the WNBA, Cheryl Swoops for the longest time wasn't doing WNBA. Even when she retired, she was not doing WNBA. She did not care for it. Yeah, I think somebody in her circle convinced her to do a women's game, and now you see her do unlimited women's basketball, and then you see her. And I just heard her do the Big 12 conference, Big 12 tournament when she was doing the women's side. So Cheryl Swoops, it took her a while. It took her a while to come back. And Cynthia Cooper hasn't again. She used to coach women, and now she's not doing anything. And so, but yet Rebecca Lobo, and I'm not shaming Rebecca. I think she's done a decent job. I just don't like the fact she doesn't fight for us. Yeah. She don't fight for us. She'll fight for Caitlin, but she doesn't fight for us. And so I'm not calling her a race or anything. She can go on the ESPN broadcast and fight for us, literally. But you and Ryan Rucco do the WNBA. You do college basketball as well. Why is it that she gets the opportunity versus us? And I just heard that Angel Gray's a black woman. Angel Gray does the Atlanta Dream games. And Angel Gray works at ESPN. Angel Gray does the Atlanta Dream games, and then she did the summer league in the NBA, and then she did some some college basketball games on ESPN, and they made her a sideline reporter. So I'm like, wow, okay, interesting. Wow, okay. These all these roles, and then yeah, it's like you sound like a reporter. Okay, interesting. They should have somebody who they should have they should have Monica McNutt, who is a former Georgetown women's basketball player doing women's basketball games on ESPN. I know she works with the Knicks now, but they should have that. That's when you know you have somebody that looks like you know your game. But that's another one that's taking that works in the men's role. Monica McNutt. She works at ESPN, but she's taking on a men's role with the Knicks as their pre and post game analyst.
Mm.
And she does some WNBA too. She does the Liberty as well. So 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 ESPN got to get it right. You got to get it right. If we're gonna put pressure on Caitlin Clark, make her the best coming since Jordan, then we gotta make Juju right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that was nice. That was interesting. It went on a little longer than I thought.
oh my gosh, I just have so much to say. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you gave some good points, so it's no problem.
Oh my goodness.
Sportsies are probably really appreciated.
No problem. I just it's just what I think sometimes.
Yeah, well, thank you for being on my podcast.
Thank you so much, Goddess. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I enjoyed you. I'm glad you came to teach the world something, and that's great. We all about teaching and
Yes, ma'am.
expressing our passions.
All right.
So
Gotcha.
tell them where they can find you.
Oh man. Well, I have a website coming, so I'll do that later on. But you can find me on social media, Facebook at Jamie Egenti. That's JAMIE Egenti EGENTI. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all the other good jazz stuff. Find me there. I have a group page linked to the what's it called to the Facebook page. You can click on that. You can support it because I do add my sports content on there that I want when I'm not doing the podcast. I do add sports on there just to say what I'm talking about. So so follow me there, follow me everywhere, and I will be your good to good to go source because I watch all the games and I start to learn. And once I put it together, it's my word. It's my word against the world.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We're out for the day.
Bye, guys.